Trisha admitted that she was still in love with her ex-boyfriend Jason Nash when she even met Moses, which we know is true considering she uttered Jason's name during the delivery of her first child with Moses.
Moses was a completely different person from when I met him to the middle, to the height of our toxicity to now. Like, it's just such a different person. And me too. When I met Moses, like, I wish he was here to talk about it, but like, I was so like messed up on drugs all the time. Like, I would take anything and everything I could. I was still in love with somebody else. I was like seeing how far I could push him, like meeting Moses, like just driving to his house naked and high and just crazy. Like, he wasn't giving me the address and I found his house, like just crazy. Like, I used to do the craziest shit.
Little baby crying.
Yeah.
I like when you ask the nurse, like, can he deliver the baby?
Yeah. What did you do? They don't let you do anything here, Jason. They don't let you do anything here, Jason. 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 Jason.
And it's not just Trisha, as Trisha admits. There are concerns about Moses too.
And yeah, it was crazy. And then obviously there's been a lot of shit on his end too. Like, he's not perfect.
Moses hasn't only been caught talking about Trisha behind her back and feeding strangers information about her, but he's also been caught straight up lying to her. Like here when Moses claimed he knew nothing about weddings and had not been to an American one before. And remember, Moses throughout their relationship told Trisha he never had a serious girlfriend and had been alone all his life.
Moses doesn't know any traditions. Everything I bring up, he's like, what? What is that? What do we have to do? It's your first American wedding, right?
Yet Moses has been married twice before. Trisha is actually his third wife, which a quick Google search of public divorce records will show you. We won't be including them here, because we know Trisha and Moses will do whatever they can to get these videos down. But the information is out there and it's publicly available. Trisha once spoke of how her sister Callie wasn't sure if she liked Moses, and it appears it was for good reason.
And you actually talked to my sister too, like a couple weeks before, and told her, because my sister's like, when he told me, I cried, like I thought I was getting proposed, like just as like she'd be so happy as if she was getting proposed, is what she meant. And because at that time, like they were at this like weird thing. My sister, you know, it's always that weird thing. She's like, I don't know if I like it, blah blah. But then like she started crying, and I don't know, it wasn't even anything. It was just like. Is that for the story? I don't know. But now they're great. Now they play Pokemon Go. Like, they just be talking and doing everything together. Not that you guys ever had a tip. I don't know. That maybe was a weird part. It doesn't, whatever.
Which isn't too surprising considering Moses once lied about Trisha's sister Callie, as well when he accused her of intimately assisting Trisha in her private personal content. If you know, you know. And while his lies seem concerning and alarming, they don't seem to affect Trisha much, probably because she lies even more than he does. That's probably why she was so okay with marrying him. Speaking of which, in another toxic tale, Moses was apparently denied the ability to leave the wedding because Trisha gave people strict instructions to not let Moses leave. That sounds healthy, doesn't it?
I drove there. Oh, so the guy didn't want to give me the car.
Because he thought you were leaving, me.
He was just like, well, she said, no, but he said, like, she said specifically not to give you the car.
Yeah. But
Who said that?
The valet party.
That they said that about me?
Yeah, it was so funny.
Oh my god, that's so weird.
As healthy as her being obsessed with another guy when she met Moses. What a love story.
One being my husband, who I didn't know would be my husband at the time. I was obsessed with this person that was really toxic and awful for me, and in comes Moses. And
she claims that last guy was toxic for her, and therefore it was good she left the relationship, and yet she brought more toxicity to Moses and insists that Moses enduring that toxicity is the key to their love. Evidently it's okay to be toxic, but only if you're Trisha Paytas and you're the one initiating it. And here's a reminder of Trisha's true feelings about Moses when they first got together.
yeah, guys are lucky it's quarantine. Because you can't get a girl out really. I thought I fell in love during the quarantine. I was all like, oh, I'm in love, but really like just bored. This specific guy. A lot of people like, Trisha's laughing it off, but you can tell she's hurt. I mean, yeah, it fucking hurt. Specifically, it mostly hurt because I had asked him, like, hey, are you like DMing people? Are you trying to get out with other girls? No. He's like, no, I don't DM anyone like that. Like, just straight up lying. Like, be honest. Believe me, I kept it lighthearted because there was a lot more I could have exposed. Not really, but for me to be like attached to someone and then it's like, it's hard. That whole adjustment, thinking like you found the person. And then just realizing, nope, that's not that person. And then the worst is like, it's not even that you like lost the person. It's like realizing like how shitty that person was. Like when you hear all the things they did behind your back and shit, you're just like, oh fuck, that even hurts even more. Cause you're like, damn, he would really be hitting people up on his way to dinner, on his way to my house to have dinner with my family. Like, and just like hitting people up and shit. Like, yeah, I mean, in my last podcast, people were like, she sounds still really hurt. Yeah, I'm fucking hurt. That's awful. I mean, are the text messages so ridiculous? And obviously he was being catfished, yes. And the way he speaks is absolutely like gross. It grosses me out. But that's the thing. It's more of the feeling of starting over for me than having to, like lost like literally an asshole, like a douchebag, you know? You're just like, oh fuck, I gotta start like over. And granted, I think because I'm obviously doing not clickbait, but kind of clickbait. Like the last one was exposing his DMs, and everyone thought I was going to be talking about like Jeffree Star or something, and I was like, no, it was about any freaking loser ex fling or whatever the fuck he was. Never got that closure, that apology. And in this way, this was my closure. I was like, you know, I was trying to hang on to maybe something, maybe this, what if, could be a good friend, something. But I was like people show they care about you, but if they hurt you continuously, you can't have that in your life. And this person's blaming everyone but himself, right?
And that's probably why Moses doesn't like her talking about him too much. Because when she does, she exposes his lies and who he actually is.
Kind of weird place. I don't want to say too much because you don't like want to talk about him too much, which I totally get because I think you have to like figure out the relationship first before blasting it.
Or maybe it's because when she does, she reveals intimate details about him.
Moses was like literally left like 2 minutes before he got here. I was like, you don't want to stay and get peed on by Mucky? He goes, no, I'll take the pee later on. I was like, okay.
Seriously though, honestly.
He's water sports.
But let's take a look about what else she has said about Moses, shall we?
I think every year I celebrated Hanukkah except for last year I did not. But every year before that, I've always celebrated Hanukkah with somebody that was Jewish.
I thought it was special.
You're the token Jew. I'm kidding. You are special. You're my first Israeli Jew. It's very exciting to me because it's very different. We talked more about our relationship, which people are going to judge. I hate when we talk about it because I feel like people can judge it so easily because they're not in it. Because it sounds bad. The way we talk about relationship always sounds bad, but it's like not, and I don't know how to like say it, but it's fine, whatever. I think as long as we get it, we're okay with it. And I hate that people say toxic because it's like, I've been in toxic relationships and it's definitely not toxic. I mean, maybe I'm toxic towards you, but you're definitely not toxic towards me. I just wish it's just so easy to judge it because it sounds so bad. It feels equal.
That's what I always want, is equality in the relationship.
Yeah. Why didn't you do more than me?
I think there's different departments.
We did talk about this, yeah.
She's in the entertainment and
That's true, I'm not good at that.
I'm more maintenance and moral support.
You take care of everything. I love it.
As you just heard her admit, she claims the relationship isn't toxic because she's the only one being toxic, therefore it's definitely not a toxic relationship to her. Because it's okay when she's being that way toward her partners, just not okay when they're being that way toward her. Stick around for more in the upcoming part 4.